Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In this video, I'll show you how to use the Hyperlink Field data type in your Microsoft Access tables, and I'll explain why you should not use them. I'll show you a better alternative using plain short text fields, and how you can still make buttons to easily navigate to those hyperlink destinations. Today's question comes from Brent in Tracy, California. Brent is one of my Access veterans, a gold member, and a 10-year developer student, so Brent's been with me for a long time. Brent says, I have a list box where I'm trying to change the font color. I've selected the list box in design mode and changed the color I want on the ribbon, and all but one column changes to the color I pick. The one that doesn't change color is a field that holds emails and is a hyperlink field. How can I force all the fields to be the same color? And this is what Brent is dealing with right here. You can see I've got a list box. I can try to change the colors, but no matter what I do, those colors are going to stay based on whatever the default hyperlink colors are on your system. You can't change them easily in Access. This is why I tell people in my classes, hyperlinks are evil. Don't use them. They're difficult to work with. There's a much better solution available. I'm going to show you it in this video. In fact, hyperlink fields earned a place right there on my evil Access stuff page. Want to see this whole page? I'll put a link down below in the links section. So what can we do with these hyperlink fields? Well, first let me give you a little basic primer. Now, back when hyperlink fields first came out, I tried to embrace them. I actually taught them in a couple of my classes. They're okay for beginner users. They've got some pros, but mostly cons. Once you get into a little bit more advanced database development, you'll see that hyperlinks become a pain to work with. Let me show you why. Now, this is a copy of my Tech Help free template. You could download a copy of this off my website if you want. Again, you'll find a link down below in the links section. Now, you'll see if you go to my customer form, I've got email right here, but it's a standard text field. That's how I like to store email addresses, web pages, and things like that. Standard short text fields. All right, don't use hyperlinks. So, in order for me to show you the problems with hyperlinks, let's go create some hyperlink fields. Now, let's go to the customer table, right-click, design view. Here's my email, short text. All right, let's leave that there. Let's go down to the bottom. Let's make a secondary field. Let's call this one email address, let's call it. And we'll make that a hyperlink field. Okay, then let's make website. We'll also make that a hyperlink field. You can also, and a lot of people don't know this, you can also use hyperlink fields to point to files on your computer or on your network. That's another use for them. In fact, let's say we're storing resume files. All right, I'll just put in here resume. We'll also make that a hyperlink. Okay. All right, let's save the customer table. Let's go back over to the customer form, and let's add those new fields. Design view. All right, make this a little bit bigger. Let's go to form design. Go to add existing fields right down here on the bottom. Click on email address, shift click on resume, and then click and drag those right about there. Let's drop them right here on the bottom of this form. You can see they come in as hyperlink fields. All right, close this. Let's save it, close it, and open it back up again. Okay, we got three nice blank forms on the fields on the bottom down here. All right. Now, the first problem that I have with hyperlink fields is they're difficult to edit once you've typed them in. Now, if you've got a computer user, someone using your database who doesn't know a lot about computers, okay, adding this hyperlink field in here is no big deal. All right, they're typing in the customer's info, so they're typing in like amacron@gmail.com. Okay, good. Website is 599cd.com, and then their resume file, whatever. So now, if I click on this email address, you see I got the little finger there. That will actually load up your email program and send a piece of email to this person, which in this case is, for me, I use Gmail, so it loaded up my web browser. If your default mail handler is Outlook, it'll load up Outlook. All right, that's cool. Close that, back to here. If you want to go to this website, you click on it, right? You get the little finger, and boom, there's my shiny face. Okay, all right, that's all well and good. But now what if you want to edit this? You typed it in wrong. All right, where do I go? How do I click on this? Beginner users get confused with this all the time. Trust me, I've taught this class a million times in my classroom. Okay, and it just, people, you got to teach them. You got to right click on it. You got to go to hyperlink, edit hyperlink, right? Now you can change stuff in here. Now, here's another problem. A hyperlink consists of many different things. You got text to display, you got the email address, you could put optionally a subject in here. So they might come in here and type in something different. Joe Smith at amacron.com. Okay, thinking that's what they need to do. Hit OK, and it says Joe Smith at amacron.com, but hold your mouse over it and you'll see, no, it's got amacron at gmail.com in there still, because they edited the wrong thing. Hyperlink, edit hyperlink. See, that's the text to display. I've seen people do this a lot. This is designed so you can put in here like email Rick or Richard or whatever, and then hit OK, and now it says email Rich, which this is another problem in and of itself. All right, I just want the email address in this field. Now, if I tab over there, let me see, these are on the bottom of the tab order now, so let me tab to that field. If you tab to it, all right, once you're sitting on it, if you hit F2 on your keyboard, that edits the text in place, and you can see what's stuffed into that email address field. All right, a hyperlink consists of a couple of different parts. There's the visible part. There's where the link actually goes to. Then there's optionally an address on a page that it'll jump to. It's a mess. It's a nightmare. Okay, I don't like using hyperlink fields primarily for this reason. All right, let's put another one. I want to show you something. Let's put in here for Jim Kirk. How about Jim at 599cd.com? All right, let's put one more in. Let's do Deanna Troy. She's beta z at amacron.com. I always use my own domain names in my classes now because I used to put in just whatever.com and I'd get complaints from people at whatever.com. Hey, you used our email address in one of your videos and we keep getting spammed. So I stopped doing that. I only use my own domain names now. All right, so here's another problem. Okay, you got your customer table. If you open up the customer table, everything looks normal. It looks good, right? Okay, let's export this to Excel. All right, external data. We're going to export to Excel right there. Click the button. Where do you want the file to go? I'm going to drop it on my desktop. So click on Browse, Desktop, hit Save, hit OK. All right, don't save the steps. All right, I'm going to go to my desktop and open up that Excel file. It opens up in Excel, and look at this garbage. Look at this over here. That's what's in your email address field, folks. So if you want to export those email addresses and send them to someone else, they're going to get these full formatted hyperlink fields. No, they don't want that. You just want to send out a list of email addresses or web page addresses. No, I don't want that. Let's take a look at Brent's list box issue. All right, right-click, Design View. Let's drop a customer list box right here on the main menu. All right, find list boxes. Drag it out right there. All right, we'll use the wizard. Next. Customer T. And if you've never made a list box before, I've got videos for this. Right? Let's bring in the customer ID, the first name, the last name, and the not that this is my email address. Come down and get the other email address. All right, the bad one. Next. All right, what do you want to sort by? That's not a big deal. Last name, then first name. Next. All right, this is what it's going to look like. You can see the problem already. Okay, let's shrink it up a little bit. And then next. And label finish, and that's fine. Get rid of that label. All right, let's see what this looks like. Save it, close it, open it back up again, and there you go. You can see you got your standard hyperlink colors kicking in there. All right, this guy's purple because we followed it. All right, let's try to change it. Design View, come in here, Format. Let's give it a background of like a light purple. And I want the foreground text to be blue. No, not that blue because it looks like the hyperlink blue. Let's go with this green, just to see. I know it looks nasty. Save it, close it, open it up again, and look at that. These guys are green. This stuff is still hyperlink colors. No, I don't want that. Even if you go Design View and go into the properties in here, go to Format. All right, here's your back color. Here's your fore color. Even if you change this fore color to something like manually black, okay, it doesn't matter. Access doesn't care. You're still going to get those hyperlink colors. Combo boxes are even worse. If for some reason you wanted to make a combo box, let's say you've got, you want to pick an email address to send a particular email to, and you want to pick by a combo box. Let's say hypothetically you've got, a customer has a second related table. They could have multiple email addresses associated with them, right? So you want to pick one of them to send an email to. So again, make a combo box. Same thing. Customer T. All right. Let's bring in customer ID and then their email address. All right. Next. Don't worry about sorting it. Next. All right. That's what it's going to look like in the box. See? Next. and then finish. And I'm just going to show you here. Delete that. Slide this over. I'm showing you guys what not to do right now, by the way, just so you have an appreciation for what I show you. All right, drop this down. Looks normal. Pick something, and that's what goes in the box. Look, and when you click on it, it's going to launch. Actually, I don't think it's going to launch anything from the combo box. See? Nothing happens. It's the worst, okay? It's a nasty looking link, and it doesn't even work. So you can't use these in combo boxes. Another problem with hyperlinks. Someone modifies the display text, even if they did a good job and put email rich in there. Okay? Yeah, all right, no big deal. It works. It's fine. Make a report out of it now. Let's say you want to make a report. I'll use my blank R down here. Design view. Bind this to the customer table. Okay? And we'll bind this to that email address. Where are you? Okay? Now look what happens when I generate the report. Right click, print preview. Look at that. I get email rich. So if someone does go in and starts using that, change the display of the hyperlinks, it messes up all your data. And yes, you can come in here and you can format this to look like you want. You can change the color here. And you can change it with a normal text box too. Right? You can go to format, drop this down, go to black, turn off the underline. Okay, you can do that. That's not a problem. And you could do that in a single form. I could change this to look like normal text, but you can't easily change that behavior. There are even properties in here. If you go into format, there is, where is it? Here it is, right up here. All right, is hyperlink, set it to no. And then display as hyperlink, you got if hyperlink, always, and screen only. You can't even turn that off. Okay, it's going to either always be displayed if it's a hyperlink or screen only. So if I put if hyperlink, which is the default, open it back up again, and it still looks like that, but you got the finger still. So no, the whole implementation of hyperlinks is just a pain. Oh, there's one more thing I have on my outline. If you decide you want to use it in a query, all right, create, query design. All right, let's bring in the customer table. Again, let's say hypothetically you've got the customer ID, the first name, and you want to bring in their email address. All right, okay, no problem. You got the regular hyperlink there. But if you want to use this in any kind of situation where you concatenate something else onto it, let's say you've got multiple email addresses, or let's say you want to put something else in this field. Okay, if you want to come in here and say, whatever is going to be, email to, and then their email address. All right, you want to format something to display in a report this way and just have it, email to, whatever. All right, you do that, you get that stupid looking hyperlink thing again. Okay? Okay, so I've complained enough about hyperlinks, and I think you can see that aside from the most simplest uses, hyperlink fields are a pain, especially as you get into more advanced database development. Now, what's the alternative? The alternative is to do what I did here and use straight standard text. You just type in the email address, type in the web page address, type in the location of a document, whatever you want. Okay? So let's get rid of this stuff. Design view. Let's get rid of you. Goodbye. I don't know why I bothered with a resume. Let's go back to the customer table. Actually, let's get rid of this stuff too. Design view. Goodbye. You guys are gone. You're useless. All right. And let's go back to the customer table. Right click, design view. Let's come down here. Let's just delete these fields. All right, goodbye. We already have email address in there. Let's put in here web. Make that short text. And let's put just a file location. Let's say you got some kind of file on them. Okay, save that. Close this. Let's go back to our main menu. And our customer form. All right, we already have an email address here. So design view. Let's bring the email address down here. Let's bring them all so they're all buddies on the bottom. Okay. Just like that. And let's go to add existing fields. And let's bring in the web and the file location. Drop them right there. Okay. Slide you up like that. Bring these a little bit over like this. Little format painter action. Click, click. Okay. And actually, I'm going to bring these down just a little bit more. Right down here. Okay, because we're going to put some buttons next to them. All right, save that. Close it. Open it back up again. And let's put some stuff in here. All right, so we got 599cd.com. And file location, let's say you got a file. It could be a PDF file. It could be a Word document. It could be an Excel spreadsheet. Some file you want to store, maybe the resume, like I said before, with their account. Can you click a button and browse to a file? Yes, you certainly can. That's a little more involved. I'll show that in the extended cut for the members. For the rest of us, you just got to find a file somewhere on your network. Here, I got a blank document.pdf. It's a PDF file of a blank page. I use it for training. All right, and here's the folder location. So see, users, Richard, Google Drive. I'll copy that, and then blank document.pdf. So we'll put that right in here. Paste, and then blank document.pdf. Okay, so I got 3 things in here. Oop, tab. Let's go back. That's at the bottom of the tab order, remember. All right, I got an email address, a web page address, and a file location in there. Now, this is a pro because it's easy to edit, right? If your user decides, ooh, I goofed, this should be Yahoo. Well, that's not Yahoo, but I'm going to put it back to Gmail. See how easy this is to come in here and edit? You don't have to learn how to right-click and work with a menu. You can just type over this. You can just type over that. Okay? You don't have to worry about them changing the display name so it's different. This will work in a query. This will work in a report. This will work in a combo box. This will work in a list box. And Brent, yes, you'll be able to set whatever color you want. The only downside is you can't click on it and easily launch that application. You can't launch your email program or launch, your web browser. But you can do it with one line of code. And I'm going to show you that line of code. But first, if you've never done any VBA programming, go watch my intro to VBA. I just re-recorded it yesterday. It's brand new. It's free. It's on my website. It's on YouTube. I'll put a link down below in the links section. Go watch this, please, if you've never done any VBA programming. We're only going to do one line of code, but you got to know where to put that line of code. All right? I'm going to show it to you in just a second. And a very brief advertisement. If you really want to learn how to program and learn how to be an Access developer, check out my Access Developer Level 1 class. There's the link right there. Again, I'll put a link down below. Check it out. All right, advertisement's over. Let's see how to launch these hyperlinks. So what I like to do is I like to put little buttons next to these things to launch. Okay, if you want to launch the email program, you click the button. You want to launch this web page, you click the button. You want to open this document, guess what? You click the button. Hyperlink fields in Access behave like no other fields do. All the rest of these fields, you want to change something, you click on it. You want to change this, you click on it. You want to change fort, you highlight it and type something in. Why should these hyperlink fields behave any differently? You got to train your users for something totally weird. All right. If you want to edit this email address, you just click here and edit the email address. Okay. So to launch this stuff, we'll put little buttons next to that clearly indicate what to do. Remember, you as the developer, you want to build this system to be easy for your users. Okay. So let's make a button. Let's do the web page first. That's the easiest one. Right click, design view, command button, drop it right down here. Now, unfortunately, what we need is not in the wizard. So cancel. I'm going to change the caption. Just say, just go. All right, we're gonna put pictures on this in a minute. Don't worry about that. So slide that close a little bit like that. Let's open up the properties. Let's give it a good name. Let's call this web button. All right. Let's right click, go to build event. That opens up my code builder. And I see I got some code fragments in here. Let me just delete that. All right, so I'm down here on the bottom in my web button click. And if you watched Intro to VBA, you know exactly what I'm doing. Here's the command that you need to launch a web page. Application dot follow hyperlink. Then the address. Where's the address? It's in the website field, which for us is just called web. That's it. Save it. Now there's one more little thing we have to do, but I just want you to see what happens first because you're going to make this mistake. I made this too when I first started. All right, so come back over here. Close this. Close this. All right, open it up and hit go. And this comes up. Potential security concern has been identified. The location may be unsafe. All right. Basically, Access doesn't know where this is because we didn't tell it where to go specifically. And for those of you who know web page addresses, you have to put a little bit something in front of it. Okay? You have to come in here and go HTTP or HTTPS : / and then your address. All right. If you want to make sure you're safe, you don't need to put the S on there. My site's all on S because it's a secure site, but a lot of sites aren't. So you just do this and you'll be defaulted to a basic web page address. Now this assumes the user hasn't put HTTP : / in all the web page addresses. If you want to make sure that it covers both instances. You have to put a little if then in here. I'll cover this in the extended cut. But for the rest of you, just make sure you don't have this on the beginning of your web page addresses. All right, save it. Now come back over here and now click the button. And it's loading on my other screen. There it is. It popped right up. Okay, I got 4 monitors, so it came up on a different monitor. All right, let's do the email one. All right, right click, design view. Take this guy, copy, paste, slide up here. Probably make these a little bit smaller, right? Make that like that. Make this guy like that. All right, let's change this guy's name to email button. All right, right click, build event. Come in here. I'm going to copy this. Okay, now instead of http:// email is mail to : that's it. And then the email field is what? Just email? All right, so come over here and change web to email. And that will properly format an email address. Most of the time, people won't put mail to in front of their email addresses. They'll just type in the address. Save it. Come back over here. Shut it down. Open it up and click. And there we go. It launched my email program, which for me is just my web browser. All right, last one is the file location. So copy and paste again. Copy, paste. Whoops. Copy, paste. There we go. This will be the file button. Okay, right click, build event. Again, application.follow hyperlink. And this one is literally just file location. You don't have to put anything in front of this one, because that assumes you gave it a complete path, right? C:\/ something, or somewhere on your network, right? / server, whatever, okay? Give it a valid file name or folder name. You can use it to open a folder, too, if each one of your customers has their own folder where all their documents are, right? If I hit go right now, and there it is. It opened up. There, it was maximized. As you can see, it's blank document.pdf. It's a blank document. It's just a big white page, but it's a PDF file. It's valid. Okay? But if I get rid of that file, right, and then I hit go, it just opens up my Google Drive folder. See? You can give it a folder, too. Want to make these look pretty? Just come in here, design view, click on the button for email. Go to, where's the picture? Right there, picture property. There's a whole bunch of little pictures in here you can pick from. For email, I like to use envelope. Where's envelope? There you are, envelope. Hit OK. There's a little envelope picture. For web, there's a globe in there. I think it's called world. Let's pick that one. I think that's on the bottom down here, world. Yep, there it is. See? And then that last one, file location, there's a couple different ones you can use. If you're dealing with all Word documents, there's MS Word document. Where are you? There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Now, you may or may not have different pictures in here, depending on the version of Access you have installed. Like right here, MS Word document. You know, if it's Excel spreadsheets, and you don't have to specify the file type. I'm just saying, if this is always an Excel spreadsheet, feel free to use the Excel button. Right? I am going to use, what do I usually do? Let's see. msaccess form is pretty good. There's also a notepad icon. That's kind of neat. There's a PDF one in here, too. Where's PDF? Right there. All right. That's not bad. Pick that one. Right, see? There you got your little pictures. Now, isn't this better? Right? And less confusing for your user? See? They can come in here, type in an email address. That's a standard text, field, a web page address. And they want to launch it, they click the button. Right? And there you go. I think this is a much more user-friendly solution than trying to train them to work with hyperlink fields, which I think is a pain. I hate teaching hyperlink fields. This way, these behave just like normal fields. Okay. If you want to learn more about how to deal with hyperlinks, in my extended cut for members, I will show you how to intercept any hyperlinks that might have HTTP or HTTPS in front of them. If someone copies and pastes it into your form, which I do a lot. If I'm on a web page, I want to put it in my database, I'll copy the whole address bar. So I'll show you how to cut that off of there and deal with that. And I'll show you how to fix a table that might be built wrong. You might have built your database using hyperlinks. All right, you might not have known better. I have been guilty of that in the past myself. All right, so has Brent. Okay, so I'll show you how to fix that with a function and an update query, and we could take our old hyperlink fields and turn them into standard plain text fields that are much, much easier to work with, as you've seen. That's all covered in the extended cut for members. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut videos. I think we're approaching 200 of them now, so there's lots of stuff for you to learn. And of course, gold members can download these databases. How do you become a member? Click the join button below the video. After you click the join button, you'll see a list of all the different types of membership levels that are available. Silver members and up will get access to all of the extended cut tech help videos, live video and chat sessions, and more. Gold members get access to a download folder containing all the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus access to my full beginner courses and some of my expert courses. These are the full-length courses found on my website and not just for Access. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, ASP, and lots more. But don't worry, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to post any comments that you have. I do read them all. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Click on the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of building databases with Access. It's over 3 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. And it's also free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and you can send me your question there. Click here to watch my free Access Beginner Level 1 course, more of my Tech Help videos, or to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video from AccessLearningZone.com.